What is up, guys? I'm back here again with another one. In this video, I'll be sharing a powerful entry technique to maximize reward in comparison to risk. I also share my personal live entries using this technique. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Once again, I really want to draw it as best as possible. All right? On your higher time frames, H4, H8, you have what we call the key point of interest. That's where we wait all day for price to get in there so that we can get an entry. In this example, it's this huge sell zone, right? Once price gets in there, we want to really look at how price is getting in there on the lower time frames. By lower time frames, I mean M15, M30. M5 could be a bit too noisy, but you need a bit more experience to utilize that and that alone. So on those lower time frames, M15, this is the market pushing into your area. We have gotten into our area. It is very essential for us to then mark up these zones because they tell us information pertaining to how the market, since it was moving to the upside, kept breaking ceilings. Now, you must understand, if we're now pushing to the downside, right, because of our huge key point of interest on the higher time frames, these ceilings become floors that we should break and we should retest. And after a rejection, we enter and we choose. Are we scalpers? If we're scalpers, our entry can be here, our stops right here, and our targets are at the next zone. If you don't want to scalp, it's fine. You just might need a bigger stop loss in case of the wild movements. Remember, what causes the wild movements? The more we move away from this organic level of supply, or should I say the higher time frame supply zone, the more we move away, for instance, we're now here, we'll be engaging with other higher time frame demand zones that can start invalidating your floor ceiling scenario and mess all of that up. You understand? So if you're clever and you have an area of high supply, area of high demand, you really want to force those entries near the supply zone here. Okay. So essentially, that's what I'm saying to you, that once we break this properly and we retest this and there's a proper rejection, probably somewhere around here, you can see that actually, you know what, this has just become a proper ceiling. You're going to enter, you're going to put your stop loss here, and you're going to put what? Your target all over here. I'm here with an entry that I'm making on our Volatility 101S. So on the bigger scheme of things, this is actually a setup that we have on the H4 setup, on the H4 time frame, apologies. And we have said that, you know, price should start dropping, and simply because this is an X support that would have turned resistance, and we also have a channel touch there. But you know, this is on the H4 time frame, and we don't place our entries on the H4. So what did I see for me to start pumping entries? So on the M15, you'll notice that price came in to our key point of interest in the form of drawing, of making these zones I call ceilings and floors. So we got into our key point of interest and we started pushing to the downside, and we took out this floor. But then this floor here was problematic and it pushed the market to the upside. But this demand here is what engaged and allowed for the market to go there. But can you see that it has actually run out? We couldn't even get to that ceiling there. So with that being said, I've placed my entries and I've put my stop loss above that ceiling. And now we hope to just watch the market fall. It might struggle again here and play in between here and all those things. But this is the market being the market, playing between supplies and demands. So this is just a $150 account. And with this entry alone, we're already up $55. And our account is actually on 207 already. So we wait till TP, and then I'll be back with an update. Hey, what is up, guys? I'm back, and our trade is doing exactly as we expected, but more importantly, it's obeying, you know, our analysis, right? So remember our $151 account, has been more than doubled. We're actually sitting at 412 now. And that is in one trade. That is amazing when it comes to the reward when comparing to what we're risking, right? But most importantly, this is the model that helped us to catch such a beautiful entry. And here's a tip. Maybe you're a scalper and you don't have great emotions when it comes to holding these types of setups. When you place your entries, then aim to take your profits at the most recent zone, okay? Because then that just means you're a scalper. But the reason why we are looking to hold this trade for just slightly longer is because this was given on the H4 time frame and we are obeying this channel. Remember, this is an X support that has turned into a resistance. And we also have a level 500 rejection that we're rejecting from. And we've just been using this momentum, but I'll be looking to close anytime now, in all honesty. So use this strategy, guys, to enter the market and kill it. The volatility 75 1S entry. So these two green lines are a key point of interest of ours. It's a zone where we are looking for buys. So this setup was actually sent on the H4 time frame, but the basis of it was something that I saw on the daily. So basically what I mentioned, if you remember, was that this whole movement to the downside was influenced by this supply level of supply over here. And because obviously we were pushing to the downside, none of these, for instance, buying order blocks would hold simply because of that supply over there. So, for us to be able to contain this supply would need a strong demand as well. Now, just looking at the market structure, you can see we've also been going up, right? Forming higher highs. And you'd also see that we also have higher lows. So while on this daily time frame, one can see that we are at a low right now, okay? A really strong one as well. A really strong low that's resulted in the market pushing to the upside like that. And, we have come there and we are, to a certain extent, starting to reject, right? You can see that this was a heavy sell movement and, there's rejections. And so our zone, as I sent in the setups group, in the trade setups group, was this. And, you need to really exercise patience because, the market has been playing in here for basically more than a day now. But when it comes to an entry, it's important for you to analyze how the market arrives and what it starts doing in here. And I've just started pumping entries now. I want to share with you guys what I'm seeing. So on the M15 time frame, when price did get into our zone, you can clearly see that it comes in the fashion of, creating these levels, right? So what you want to do is also just mark up these levels because they're going to show you exactly where the market is reacting from and so forth, okay? So we get into our key point of interest, as you can see, and because we're still moving down in this region, we're pushing down, breaking what I like to call floors, right? And then we ended up stopping at this floor here. I call this the major boss for now. And from there, we started trying to push up. What I also like about this region is there's a level 8,000 there, which is a big whole number. So imagine we're at a daily low, we have a level 8,000 and so forth. So we got to this level and then we started pushing to the upside, right? And we failed to break the ceiling. We came and tried to use this past resistance as a support, but the supply from here was too much and we ended up coming back to this level. So from this level, the market has clearly been struggling to break and we've started pushing to the upside. So I've already placed my entries right here and my stops are temporarily over here. I am expecting that the market will push up, right? And then it'll obviously have to face this ceiling, whatever may happen. If it fails to break, we could probably find a retest here and then we still go. The reason why I'm saying that is that if you go to those higher time frames, even the H12 and so forth, you can already see that we're starting to throw these wicks. You know what I mean? That already shows that the market is getting weak. And while even on that H12, look at that past demand over there, that the market is having to deal with. I don't assume that the market will sell. So for now, I'm buy biased. And this is why I have started placing those buy entries. So buys over here, stop losses over here. Now let's just open the trade. Let's look at what's happening here. So I have a $156 account. And with those entries I've placed, we're already up $45 right now. So I will be back with an update, just updating you guys on how the market is moving. Hopefully we can make tons of profits. And I just thought I'd share with you the amount of patience you actually need when placing entries, not just a matter of rushing everything. The market has been in our key point of interest for such a long period of time. And before you make your entry, try understand what it is that the market is trying to do. So I'll be back with an update. What's up, guys? So, back to our trade here. We are pushing up really nicely. As you can see, it's a couple minutes later, and our $156 account is already on 411, and we keep pushing to the upside. So here's a tip. If you're a scalper, you can actually choose to take your profits here, because at the end of the day, we're going to experience a battle, in the sense we'll have to see if price can breach the ceiling. So it is possible that it might not be able to breach it. All right. So we'll probably want for a retest in here, and then we continue to the upside. Or if this supply is so strong, what will happen is it will likely just then come back to this floor. But this is how you utilize a zone. All right. And so as you can clearly see, we're really pushing to the upside. If we can get to 500, that is a really heavy return of something that is pretty much not that complex, not that complicated. What's up, guys? I'm here with a live entry on our V101S. This was our zone, and I'm seeing that we have broken below and we're trying to retest, and now we're on our way to the downside. So I'm going to place some entries. I just need to make sure I understand what I'm risking. There's one entry here, and because I want to put my stop loss here, what that means is that one entry is around $32. So I have 5 of these entries. Okay. I don't know if that's 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, so 5 entries. And of course, for scalping purposes, the TP would be just at this zone here. So that would just like basically double the account. So right now, we're currently moving, and I'll be back with an update shortly. What's up, guys? I'm back, and as you can see, the trade did exactly as we expected. We are already doubling this $156 account. We're already on 309. And now here's the thing. If you're a scalper, you have already done your day's work. You can just take profits here. And if not, then you can hold. And that is obviously a function of your psychology. If you have great psychology, then you'll be obviously able to hold for longer. But that's just the strategy, guys. We're just using momentum from this top zone here, and we're letting things be. And you don't have to hold for a long period of time. Use this strategy. It's very powerful. As you can see, this entry is live. What's up, guys? So I'm back with another live entry here. So remember, we just banked our profits here. We took out that 150 initial deposit, and we have decided to place another trade. Reason being, I can see that price has started rejecting here. So we came into this demand zone, we started rejecting, and we should push to the downside. My stops are obviously just slightly above the demand zone. Remember, trading is a game of risk to reward. If I'm only risking this much to get this, I can make a lot, and I don't have to hold the trade for a long period of time, really. Just need to understand this order flow. So what do we have here? So currently right now, we have a $175 account. And with this movement, we're expecting to really push that account. But I'll be back with an update to let you know how everything will turn out. Hey guys, I'm back, and here's the trade. We're already up. We've more than doubled this account. As you can see, we're sitting on 183, and I'll be looking to close soon. But look, you can actually hold just depending on your psych once again, knowing that you're playing in between these zones. And essentially what's happening is we're using the supply from that big organic zone. So, if you want to hold, then you then have to put your SLs to entry and then just take, if price does break even, just take the break even. But as it stands, you could even put your TPs here, because in terms of market structure, we have a high here and we have a lower high and would be approaching these lows. But obviously without a battle, it's impossible. That's just how the market moves. So this is a test of order flow. You need to understand your order flow in the market.
All right, so there you have it. The strategy is not too complex. However, one needs to practice via backtesting and chart time. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram, where I showcase these types of entries all the time. You can find all my contact information in the description of this video. Until next time, ciao.